Hello and welcome to Newsmax TV. I'm John Bachman. Joining me right now is Brent Bozell. He is a writer, activist, and founder of the Media Research Center. He's also one of the most vocal critics of the establishment media. Brent, it's good to have you back with us.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. Let's talk about A&E. They have suspended Phil Robertson, who is one of the main characters on the popular TV show Dynasty. He's the father of the star of the show, Willie Robertson. Now, the older Robertson finds himself in some hot water after making some comments about the gay community that I'm sure A&E and a lot of other people have found offensive here. But Brent, why is this really a controversy?
Well, because you're going against one of the sacred cows of Hollywood. Hollywood is an industry that it is really peculiar. Hollywood is an industry that more than any other industry I know preaches the need for tolerance. And yet, Hollywood as an industry is the single most intolerant industry in American society today. One of their shibboleths is that there is the gay issue. They do believe that the gay issue is one where if you are not supportive of the gay issue, there is something fundamentally wrong with you. There is something fundamentally wrong with religion. This is why so few people are practicing Christians in Hollywood. They don't believe in it. So you've got somebody who comes out, perhaps inarticulately, but he comes out expressing his Christian faith, and he was banned from the network.
Well, the Robertsons have been very clear about their religion even before all this happened. And to your point about this being Hollywood, a lot of folks might not realize this, but A&E is a joint venture of media giants Hearst and ABC Television. So we're not talking about some company that's not part of the whole apparatus here. They certainly are. But is it really? I guess if I look at this from a very cynical perspective, is this really anything other than A&E making this decision based on their concern for the bottom line and their sponsors, who might just say simply this is going too far?
No, this is A&E making a decision because the single most powerful lobby in Hollywood is the gay lobby. And it's a reality. They are hugely successful. They have changed American public perception on the gay issue in one generation. 25 years ago, America saw the gay issue completely different than the way they see it today. And it was not because of anything political that happened. It's because there was a seismic cultural shift. And it came through television. That's how they did it. And that lobby is extremely powerful, and he upset them, and they in turn flexed their muscles, and off he went.
And so we've seen recently this shift. American popular opinion has shifted, and we've seen, gay marriage held up by the Supreme Court in effect, basically. You're saying that is all basically because the gay lobby has used Hollywood effectively to make this shift.
They have understood the power of culture far more than conservatives have ever understood it, and they have been very, very effective. They put themselves onto the sets, literally onto the TV sets in production. They participated in deciding a quota system on how many gays were going to be in there, whether something was quote unquote homophobic or not, and how many gay characters are there now? How many times out of nowhere, for no reason, is there a gay scene? Why? Because they are pushing that. They want the normalization of that. But this is what happens there. If that is normal, then the Christian position on it is abnormal. And that's where we're heading. It's a very dangerous thing. I'm telling people out there, do not be surprised if within a very short period of time you're going to hear, you're already hearing it, but it's going to happen that unless something has changed, the Christian belief on homosexuality is going to be branded as a hate crime.
That's a long way to go.
It's not. No, it's not. There are people who are challenging the tax-exempt status of the Catholic Church on those grounds.
Okay, and that is
a long ways to go.
That is true, but in terms of it being overwhelmingly that most people will hold that opinion, I think there's a long way to go still till we get there.
Oh yeah. No. You're 100% right. This is not popular opinion, but this is the people people who are in positions of power can do this type of thing. I will tell you, look, why is this show popular? Why is Phil Robertson popular? Because he evinces a culture and a worldview. It's not because people are duck hunters, it's because they like him. They like the things he believes in. They like the things he says. That's why he is so popular. So why did they do this to him? Because it doesn't matter. He's unpopular to the people that matter.
Now, if we boil this down into some very basic arguments, of course, Phil Robertson has the right to say whatever he wants, but a lot of folks would also say, A&E has the right to put whomever they want on their programs. And of course, I'm sure lawyers are going to get involved now. But Duck Dynasty and the characters of Duck Dynasty, as you talked about, are hugely popular. And there are lots of venues today where they can distribute their program. Do you think it's time for them to start looking for another network for their show? Certainly, their audience will follow them.
Yeah, well, yeah, they'll do fine somewhere else. But that to me doesn't resolve the problem. Look, I can have Bill Maher. Bill Maher goes on HBO and says things far more offensive than this about people of faith. He is a radical atheist who loves to insult people. He's done a movie insulting people of faith. That is celebrated as tolerance. But have somebody do the opposite and express his faith, and he's suspended.
Well, this certainly has got a lot of folks talking. We'll have to see how everything shakes out, if what kind of backlash there's going to be against A&E, and I can imagine there's going to be some, because as we talked about, this show and these characters are hugely popular around the country, even for folks who don't know anything about duck hunting.
That's right. And no, they'll continue, and this guy's going to be comfortable in his own skin. Again, a couple of things he said I think were inarticulate, but on the whole, what he said was accurate.
Yeah, and he has come out and he said, he doesn't treat anybody differently in person. These are just his personal feelings. So we'll see where things go from here. Brent Bozell, thanks so much for being with us. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching Newsmax TV.